There's a common problem with clocks in Toyota Corollas. Apparently some of the solder joints inside of the clock dry up or go bad, causing the clock to intermittently go dead. This video will show how to fix a non-working clock in a 2005 Toyota Corolla. I think these instructions should also work for a 2003 to a 2008 Corolla. The first step is to remove the bezel from around the shifter. I was able to grab the edge and lift it straight up. The next step is to remove the fan control knob by pulling it straight out. Remove the screw from under the fan control knob. You should now be able to pull the main bezel straight out. My compartment doors are messed up from previous wear and tear. Gently lift the tabs on the top of the clock unit so that you can push it back through the bezel. Remove the power connector. There's a tab on the side of the power connector you have to push in order to separate it. Take the cover off the front of the clock. Gently lift the tabs, there's 2 on the top and 2 on the bottom, and pull it straight off. Look for 5 black chips on the circuit board. Mine are labeled 510, 270, and then 3 are labeled 181. Apparently these are the solder joints that go bad and cause the clock to stop working. Some people are able to correct the problem simply by touching the solder joints on the edges of each chip with a soldering iron to refresh the joints. I added some new solder to both sides of each of the 5 chips. Once you're done soldering, snap the cover back onto the front of the clock. Reconnect the power cable to the clock. Now would be a good time to turn on the ignition and test to make sure your fix worked. Slide the clock back into the rear of the bezel. Snap the bezel back into place. Replace the screw behind the fan control knob. Push the fan control knob back on. Snap the shifter bezel back into place. Set the time on your clock and you should be good to go.